Now I hit record. Okay, thank you guys for hopping on tonight. I wanted to talk to you guys about sharing your story and why that is so important when it comes to being successful with your business. You know, we all sign up as Beachbody coaches. Oh, if you guys can mute your audio, there's feedback. Thank you. Uh-oh. Okay. No, that's why. Hello. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now everyone's muted. So why sharing your story is so important. You guys talk about the branding yourself and stuff, and this kind of is it coincides with that. Why it's so important to share your story is because, like I'm sure some of you have realized, that people can buy a Beachbody program through anything, through anybody, through Amazon, through Craigslist, to mom and pop shop swap group on Facebook, anywhere, right? So why they want to sign up with you, why they want to join you and get your support, is because they have a connection with you. And how they get that connection with you is frankly through your story. We all have a story. And I know I've talked to a lot of coaches who feel like, I don't have a story. What do I have to share? That's not true. Don't ever think that you do not have a story. Every single one of us has a story. We're all different. We all have different journeys. We're all at different points in our journey. We all have different lives. We all come from different backgrounds. We all had different struggles. And so when we talk about, Rebecca, I'm muting you real quick, babe. When we're open and we share our journey and we share our story, people connect with us. People relate to you. And they see that, hey, if so-and-so can do this, so can I. Or if someone is struggling with the same thing as I am, then it shows that it can be overcome. So just think, when you think back, way back when, or maybe it was yesterday or 2 years ago, 10 years ago, when you first started on your journey, did you want support from someone who went down that same path as you? Or did you want to go and maybe sign up with someone who looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger and was beefy and told you to do 500 push-ups and had no idea what you liked, what you didn't like, where you struggled or anything? I mean, maybe you did go that route. Maybe you started with a personal trainer. Maybe you connected with a personal trainer because they had something. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say personal trainers are bad by any means. So I'm not trying to, and if any of you guys are on there, don't punch me either. But what I'm saying is, you're more likely to sign up with someone who has experienced the same things that you've experienced. Am I right? Like, it's much more comfortable and intimate when you can work with someone who has either struggled with some of the same things you struggled with and overcame them, or they're working towards overcoming them. Instead of signing up with someone you don't really know, you want to have support with someone who doesn't care about your goals, doesn't care about your ambitions, doesn't care about your struggles or your injuries or anything. You want that connection. You need that connection. And that's why Beachbody is so big and so important, because we offer that support, we offer that guidance, and we get that by relating, by sharing, by being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there. I know that being vulnerable is one of the toughest things that a lot of us feel that we can do in this business. Like, I know coaches that will post, workout videos for days and recipes, but when it comes to sharing something that's in here, it's hard. Like, before photos are hard. Other parts of your story are hard. Every one of us has things that when we post, maybe we delete it. Maybe we throw up a little bit. Maybe we cry. Maybe we take it down and never think about it again because we're afraid. But I want you guys to think Think about all the lives out there. I'm not even just thinking about the lives that Beachbody can impact. I'm talking about the whole world. You have struggles. You have triumphs. Triumphs? I'm thinking that I'm saying that wrong. Successes. I'm just going to say successes. And think about all the other people like you, like have dealt with the same thing. You know, like when I came out about my divorce, it blew the roof off. No one, I put this facade up like everything was happy and my world was perfect and blah, blah, blah. I didn't want anyone to know I was dealing with a struggle. But then when I posted it, I said, okay, this is what's happening. We're going our separate ways. I was very nice about it. I didn't badmouth him by any means. I put it out there. So many women came to me saying that they were struggling with the same thing or going through the same thing, and they never put it out there. And I know that's like a huge thing to throw out there. I'm not saying like, you know, whatever, but even people that never liked or commented or said anything or showed any interest messaged me because they're going through it, or they went through it and they were offering me advice, or later down the road after they watched me go through it, they're going through it and now they're coming to me. And that's just one itsy bitsy teeny weeny little part of my story. But you guys all have parts of your story. Maybe you started to share. Maybe you have not. But I want you to remember that when you share your story, first off, you're taking responsibility of who you are and what happened. I know how scary it is to share a before photo, because if you're anything like me, like I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I felt like a disgrace. Like, how could I do this to myself? How could I let myself get to this? And I was afraid to put it up there because then everyone would see, oh my gosh, look at what happened to her. Look at what she did. Like, this was in my mind. My very first before photo, when I went to share my TurboFire photos, I was terrified. But I kept looking at my after photo and I was like, this is good progress. I feel like this is good progress. I want to share it, but I'm scared. I'm scared of what other people are going to say. I'm scared of what other people are going to think. And in the end, I was hiding. I wasn't being true to myself. I was hiding something that could save people, that could help other people because of my own fear, my own non-self-loving mindset that I had. But when I posted those photos, it was scary. I'm not going to lie. It was very scary. But when you do, you kind of feel free. Like you're taking responsibility. This is who I am. This is what happened. And I'm never going back there again. It helps with accountability. I'll tell you that. When you put that shit, I'm sorry, I'm going to cuss now. But when you put that in front of people and you're like, bam, like I'm owning up to this. This is who I am. This is who I was. I'm not going back there because I want to be a healthier and happier version of myself. And while you're doing that, people are watching you. And then people are going to want to join you because they're going to see your progress. They're going to know when you've struggled. They're going to know when you've overcame those struggles. And they're going to see that, wow, if she can do it, so can I. And I want to do it with her because I've already shared part of her journey with her. She may not know it yet because I haven't liked or commented or messaged her yet, but I'm ready. I'm ready to join her because they're connecting with you. Sharing your story is one of the things that could help you be the most successful. I'm not even talking about becoming like a top coach, but I'm talking about in your own health and fitness. Like owning up and sorry, I'm muting again. Owning up and honoring who you were and the things that you overcame or the things that you're struggling with right now, when you're talking about it and sharing it, you are being real. You're being vulnerable and you're being true to yourself. I'm telling you guys, it's easier to be who you really are than try to be someone else or something else. And when you do that, you're collecting fake people. When you're being fake, you're collecting fake people. Because those people don't know the real you. How are they going to want to stick around if they don't know the real you? So you got to share who you are. We all have different hobbies and likes and enjoyments and families and things that we are dealing with on a daily basis. Share them. Talk about them. Because there's going to be thousands of other people doing the same thing. But if they don't see you overcoming them, they're not going to think that they can overcome them. I want you guys to really think about, sorry, I have to keep muting. Sorry, Darcy, I'm keeping you on mute. There's weird feedback. I want you guys to think about who you signed up with. Maybe it's me, maybe it's a different coach, maybe whoever it is. Think about why you signed up with them. Was there a part of their story that you connected with? Was it because they're like, oh my God, I'm going shopping today and blah, blah, blah. No. I mean, maybe, but maybe it was Heather when I posted a photo of me going shopping. I don't know. But, or was there something that was like, bam, you got sucked in because they shared something that was heartwarming, or you felt like you're dealing with the same thing, or, whatever it is. And it made you feel connected, like an instant connection. You can't fake that, guys. On social media, you either like something or you don't. End of story. There's no happy medium. When you read text, and I know all of you guys that text back and forth with people, you can misread text so easily. Better or easier than you can, or oh my God. When you're voicing, right? You can't misread what people are saying or how they're talking, like I'm an idiot. But when you're texting, you can misread stuff. So where am I getting? What am I? So, but when you're sharing yourself and you're being you and you're being true to you and you're sharing that on social media through text, people connect because they can feel it. They can feel how you're saying it, when you're wording it, and when they feel that connection, it draws them to you. So whether they end up wanting to be in a challenge group with you or wanting to sign up with you as a coach, there's going to be a connection that they feel with you, and it's going to come from your story. Sorry. I know that sharing stories are hard. There are harder things to talk about. There are more deep topics. I'm not saying wrap it up in a package and deliver it in one big lump chunk. I'm talking about sharing little tidbits here and there. Got to keep muting. Every day, sprinkle something, some part of your story into a post. Maybe you post 3 times a day. Maybe one of those posts every day is going to have something about your story. But share your story every day, because every day you're going to get new followers. Every day you're going to get new friends. And when you're sharing parts of your story every day, they're going to build that connection with you right away. But if you wait, if you only do like a Transformation Tuesday picture every second Tuesday of the month, and that's the only part of your story you share, maybe they won't connect with you until a month and a half down the road. But when you're sprinkling in little parts of your story, even the successes, I'm not talking about like sharing all the negative parts, share the positive, share the things that you love and enjoy and the things that bring happiness to your life too. So when you're sharing them every day, that connection grows and grows and grows. And people connect with you. And that's what this is really about, that connection. Because people want that connection, whether they're going to work with you as a coach or work with you as a challenger. They want that connection. And they're not going to get it if you're not real. And sometimes, let's be honest, being real sucks. Right? There's been times where I ate my feelings over a weekend and no. I ate my feelings over the weekend of my last week of size, where I was supposed to do my after photo, and my after photo looked worse than my before photo because I was uber bloated and I was just about to start the ultimate reset. So I'm like, I'm gonna eat all the bacon and cheeseburgers in the world. I forgot about my after photo. But when you post it and you put yourself out there and you say, hey, I'm human, I messed up, or I'm an emotional eater and this is something I'm still struggling with, so I'm putting it out there, but I'm going to start kicking booty, or whatever. When you're sharing those little small tidbits, people start connecting, people start relating, people start seeing that you're not always working out with Shaun T or Autumn Calabrese or eating celery or 21 Day Fix approved everything. Sorry, Autumn. Because people need real life. And when people see that someone they look up to struggles too, it's going to make them feel better. So as hard as something is for you, think about it as you're helping someone else. When I was a coach, I don't know why I haven't done this in so long. Like the first 2 years I was a coach, I would ask, what would you like to accomplish as a coach? Or if you help change one person's life, how would that make you feel? Like, think about it. Maybe some of you have someone say, because of you, or because your guidance, or because of your posts, you've changed my life. You saved my life. You've helped me do X, Y, and Z. If someone has said those words to you, it's like the best feeling in the world. There's no paycheck big enough to overcome that feeling. Because you're there for them. You're there for support. But if you don't put yourself out there, you don't know who you're not helping. You don't know how many people are waiting for that help, that guidance, that support, but they need to build that connection in order to trust somebody. Because maybe they don't even trust themselves. Maybe they're afraid that they're going to fail. Maybe that they're afraid that they can't start their journey because it's too big and too long. And so they're like, nope, I'm not starting because I'm going to fail. But when they build that connection with a coach and you let them know that you're not going to let them stop, you're not going to let them quit, because you're not going to quit either. You're going to be their teammate. You're going to be their partner. They're not going to know that if you don't share what you've been doing, if you don't share your story and your struggles. Stop holding yourself back. I'm going to get all teary-eyed. I'm honest, guys. I've had my fair share of struggles. I use Facebook as my diary. I don't care. I'm unapologetic about it. Whatever. Shit happens. If you don't like me, we weren't meant to be. Or, whatever. But people come to me and they say X, Y, and Z. I started, okay, I'm going to tell you. I used to work out at 5 o'clock in the morning. Some of you know this. I was one of those crazies that would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work out. So I wouldn't get the most traffic. Not a lot of people are up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I stopped. That's not why I stopped. My son stopped going to school is why I stopped. So it's been summertime. I haven't worked out at 5 o'clock in the morning. At the beginning of the summer, I would get so many messages. well, why'd you stop working out? Why'd you stop working out in the morning? I'm like, it's summertime and I'm sleeping in a little later. Oh, well, when I saw your 5 a.m. post, I would get up and start working out. And I'm like, what? Like, you never even liked or commented. Like, I didn't say this. I'm not calling anybody out. But I'm like, you didn't like or comment on anything that I post. But yet, just because I was posting something I was doing, it was helping motivate someone who struggled with being a morning person to get out of bed and go do the thing that they dreaded the most. But when I stopped, guess what happened? They stopped. Because people look up to you guys. No matter if they like or comment on your stuff, they look up to you because they see that you're improving your life emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. They look up to you. And when you're sharing the stuff that you go through, whether it's good or bad, that's when they build that connection. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, even if it's a little bit. Rebecca and Heather, you are both given the same smirk. I don't know what's going on here. Smirky, smirkersons. But when you're afraid, maybe just do a trickle. Maybe just an incy bincy little teeny weeny piece of your story. Build into it. Share the easiest parts of your story first. And then graduate into the deeper stuff. But don't be afraid of letting yourself be seen. Be transparent. Yeah? All right. That's all I have for you guys. I'm going to open it up for any questions. If you guys have a question, you guys can mute or unmute yourself. No questions? I hope you guys got some good tips on this because I'm telling you guys, when you share your story is when you're really going to start building that great connection. I'm going to keep saying connection like 100 times apparently on this. But don't be afraid. And if you're afraid, maybe you invite a girlfriend over and she could hold your hand as you type it out and press enter. I don't know. We need some hand holding. Maybe we can do a virtual Zoom and we could all hold hands. But don't be afraid. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest. There's going to be negative feedback sometimes. There's nothing we can do about negative feedback. You can't control what others say or do, but you can control the way you react to it. But for every one negative thing that someone says, you're helping 100 people. You're helping 1,000 people. So just remember, what's more important? Well, I'm going to stop this recording now and I'm going to open it up in case any of you guys have any questions.